Guys, football practice underway. Kayden, I'll begin with you. What are you feeling here now that you're into day 2 here?
I'm definitely excited, but this summer's helping us a lot, so it helped a lot, that's for sure.
What did you do this summer that helped so much?
We lifted every day, and then we practice on Thursdays, so I think that's really helping throughout the season.
Gotcha. What are you looking forward to the most here, Clay, as you get to another season coming up around the corner quickly?
Probably the games. Yeah, just excited to see all the hard work pay off. So.
How do you describe this year's team, you think, for the Wolverines?
Very old, I think. But we have a lot of people coming back that we've counted on last year, so.
And you yourself included.
Yeah.
So give me a little kind of a basic scouting report about the skill guys. What do you feel about the guys around you?
I think we got some fast guys. We all work pretty hard, I think, so. Yeah.
What's Coach kind of emphasizing here early on?
Pretty much just hard work, so, yeah.
Yeah. Kayden, what's it like up front in the trenches? What's it like with your teammates and you, and how do you describe that group?
Up front, it's a blast. All of us are definitely like family. We talk throughout the line, throughout the games and practices, so that helps a lot, that's for sure.
What's going to be a key for you guys, especially in the next week, to get you game ready, you think?
Honestly, talking throughout practice. Okay. And then we've started to pray before practice, so I believe that's helping us throughout the team and throughout the line.
What are you looking forward to in terms of maybe trying to get off to a good start here, Clay? What's going to be a key for you guys early in the season?
I don't know, just not overlook anybody, just do what we need to do, focus on us, not everybody else as much. So.
What do you think about the competition, particularly in the 3A East? What is that going to be like for you guys?
I think we'll have some good games. So.
Is there anybody that you're looking out for in particular?
Not really, just what I said, just focusing on ourselves, trying to make ourselves better.
Okay. For you guys, have a little fun. Favorite place to play in the state besides here at home? Can't pick here.
Honestly, I'd say Douglas. I love their turf. I love their stadium.
Okay. Kind of like the atmosphere.
Yeah, I love it there.
Do you have a different?
I agree. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the fans get pretty crazy.
Where do you dread going?
Dread going?
Evanston.
I don't like Evanston, that's for sure.
Well, just long bus ride, or?
That too, and I guess I just don't like the environment, the stadium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just kind of a different one.
Yeah.
Favorite thing to eat on the road, on road trips?
Fruit snacks. Love me some fruit snacks.
Some Uncrustables are pretty good.
Okay. Is there a favorite place you guys stop on the road, or to pick up food or snacks?
On the way back, I think it was from Douglas, honestly. We had like this pizza place. It wasn't like Domino's or anything, it was just like good pizza place.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Was it in Casper or something, or?
I don't remember. I think it had to have been in Casper.
Okay. Yeah. Is there any place that you like to stop?
Not really, no.
No? All right. Favorite pregame meal, like the night before, or the day of the game if you have a ritual.
This is something that I don't have a ritual. That's terrible.
Terrible on your part?
Yeah, on my part. I do not have a ritual.
Yeah.
Maybe a Maverick burrito.
Yeah.
Let's say that. I feel like a lot of us guys have a Maverick burrito before, like a day before the game.
Okay, day before.
Day before, not game day.
Okay, I was gonna say that might be pushing it on game day a little bit. What's the atmosphere like on the bus?
Everybody's kind of just locked in towards the end, but we all get pretty excited. So we're all pretty good friends.
Yeah.
During the beginning it's definitely fun, but after a win it's a blast.
Yeah. Of course, when you win, it helps.
Sure.
When you win, it helps. Why do you love football so much, Kayden?
I love the family. I love all the connections us buddies make. And I hope we can carry it on after football season.
Is there anything that you love different about the game, Clay?
Just the family. Yeah.
Yeah, just the family.
Yeah.
What kind of got you into football when you were younger? Do you guys remember?
None of my parents, or I guess my brother played football in high school, but I just felt like I was always big, so I feel like I should play.
All right. Well, I know you throw well.
My family was always just kind of a football family. My dad played college football.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite college team?
I don't pay attention to college. That's pretty bad.
I'm kind of in the same boat.
Pro team?
The Cowboys. Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting one. Do you guys have? Okay, so you said you didn't have a pregame ritual, but is there something that the team does that you guys have to do, like maybe every time before a game? Or?
We have this chant.
Okay.
We did it last year with our old seniors, but I don't know if any of us will remember it. But we had a chant, so we do that pregame, and then now we're gonna start praying. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like the chant, Clay?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
And
is it something that you're gonna try and do again? Maybe.
I hope so, yeah.
Okay.
And then during Lander week, after we beat him, it's called the Firebird or something. Yellowbird. That was my favorite.
Yeah, and obviously Lander's the team you love to beat the most.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And hate to lose to the most.
Definitely.
Okay. Is there anybody else you'd love to beat this year?
Douglas.
Douglas is my goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's definitely my goal.
All right. Well, guys, hey, thanks for the time. Wish you best of luck this year.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Well, here we are, start of the season. Yeah, I know it's only a couple days in, but how would you describe how things are going here, Mark?
I think there's been a lot of good energy with our team, these first few practices. We've got a pretty veteran club. We only had 5 seniors and we had a successful season a year ago. And so I think the expectations are high, but I think it's important for us to, the old cliche of just take it one day at a time and work on improving. And I think every year's its own year and takes on a life of its own. And so we're just trying to stack good days and see if we can be as prepared as we can be to play a 0-week game next week against Pal. When you only do it on, about 12 days, it's not easy to get everything in you need to. So hopefully we're as prepared as we can be, but we know that through our non-conference slate, we've got a lot of work to do to improve.
What are you emphasizing early in camp here?
I think the biggest thing right now is just trying to establish the culture the way that we want it. And I think sometimes when you play on such a short couple weeks, the tendency is to want to make sure you get all the X's and O's and everything covered. And I think it's probably best to scale back and still focus on fundamentals and build that foundation, because obviously the wins at the end of the year are much more important than the ones at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, you got to place that emphasis on the conference games. You mentioned such a veteran group, so is that a benefit here early on? Do you see that early in practice?
Yeah, I think one thing I see is like obviously when we do our team sessions or we run some plays, like they're not perfect, but for the most part people know where to line up. Whereas if like last year when we were such a young team, it felt like that took 2-3 weeks to even get us lined up properly and do the things that we need to. And so that's the big challenge as a coach. How much do we put in? How much do we scale back? And what can the group handle? But so far I've been impressed with what they can handle, and we had a really good summer.
How do you describe this year's group? I mean, is it a different personality compared to a year ago, or is it similar? I
think just more mature.
Okay.
We've put a big emphasis on leadership stuff in our off season, and I think that a lot of these guys who had played in this program maybe grew up not even knowing if they would be football players. Riverton had some tough success there for a while and not had some good times, and so I don't know how important it was to them, but I feel like it's starting to gain more and more popularity with our current team and the community in general.
What do you look at when you see 3A football right now, particularly on the east side?
It's very, very wide open. I mean, obviously the first team that comes to mind is Douglas. They've won it. They've won or been a share of the conference for a long time. And, Drew's continuing right on with what Coach Rhodes has done. And so they were a lot like us. I think they had a very limited amount of seniors a year ago, and obviously they're very good. I think that, when you look at Lander and Torrington, Torrington's always going to be very, very physical and well coached. And Lander has a pretty large number of seniors and some very, very good players in spots. Buffalo lost some kids, but they're always going to be tough and gritty. And I know Rollins has one of the better sophomore classes, in the state in terms of talent. So I think that the league's pretty wide open. But yeah, I still think that, you know, when you look at the East and even go over to the West, you know, Star Valley is still going to be loaded. Cody's always going to be good. You know, I think, you know, Powell always has tough kids, and we see that playing them twice last year. Jackson and Green River will be improved, and Evanston always brings a good team. So I don't think there's any one team in 3A where you're like, man, they just don't have anything. You know, they've got some players. So
Lastly, what are some things that you need to see out of this group to get you off to a good start? You know, at least even if you don't win the 0-week game, but you know, maybe you're heading in the right direction early.
I think the biggest thing is just improvement. You know, I think that you sit down, you play a game, you see where you're at, you put the tape on, you review it with the players, and then you do everything you can to try and fix the mistakes that you see, and then hopefully you can accentuate the things that you're doing well. And I think that whichever team does that the fastest seems to you know, have a better non-conference year. But regardless of where we're at, our main focus is going to be conference play. And but you know, we only get to play 9 of these, so even the non-conference ones are fun, and we take them super serious. So,
Well, Mark, appreciate the time. Wish you best luck this year.
Thanks, David. Appreciate it.